Hello everybody, this is Zigzag coming to you from somewhere in this world, and today we're back to Long War, and the battle continues, and let's hope Peter Van Doorn and Freaky Friendly make life easier for us. I like having a couple extra troops with a little experience. That's 2 less rookies we have to bring out, but we'll hope they do well for us, and we have good luck with them when we take them out. So that we'll keep our fingers crossed on that one. We'll keep our fingers oh so crossed. And we've got a few more minutes to go till the top of the hour, so we'll give everybody a chance that can make it into this live stream live, a chance to get on board, and we'll get her going. To anybody in the US, happy Memorial Day to you. Yes, ideally, we do not lose them on my first mission. I made that comment. Yeah. Yep. I kind of looked over them and figured out what classes I'll want to make them and that kind of thing to save time, so you don't have to watch me hemming and hawing. And I actually went ahead and went through the roster. So if we do, and I'm thinking the odds are in our favor this time, it's like 3 missions to 1.5 that we're going to get, we're going to get a UFO to try and shoot down, and therefore get a downed scout mission to go on. And if that's the case, I may just bring Van Doorn and Freaky Friendly and 4 rookies along. I could go, I have gone 6 rookies on those missions in the first month, but I think I'm going to go, just be safe. And have a couple, those 2 new soldiers go along as the escorts to keep the rookies alive and try and play it that way, and hopefully that'll work out. And then and if we do that successfully, if we successfully shoot down all the UFOs, that gives us another 12 promoted rookies, ideally, in a perfect world, to play around with, and that'll be a decent level for us to be at. I think we'll be okay at the end of March if that happens, if we can make that happen. Although the one thing I will say is, in some of my practice runs in the first month, I have failed to shoot down one of the UFOs. The air game just has a lot of RNG, and if there's any one month where it hurts the most to not shoot down a UFO, this is it. We're in March of 2016, and that's when you don't want your air game to go wonky, and when you don't want to miss shooting down a UFO. So it has happened on a couple of my practice runs, and I'm really hoping it doesn't happen today or over the next 3 UFO chances that we have. So we'll cross our fingers. So we had some thunderstorms here earlier in the day that actually knocked out our internet, or caused it to reboot, whatever you can say. Maybe we lost power in a blink and it just reset things because of the thunder and whatnot, storm moving through, but that's kind of past us now, so we shouldn't have any problems today. For the rest of the evening, we've been kind of having afternoon thunderstorms the last few days that kind of roll through and then clear the air, whatever you want to call it. Water the plants outside. Keep things green where they're meant to be green. Hey, Felipe, how you doing? Good job. A happy Monday, I shut tight to you too. And we're almost ready to get going here, so you guys popped in just in time. Hope all is well out where you all are. For Nightmare, Felipe, Eyes Shut Tight, and then anybody else who may have popped in also. And it looks like, I think, yeah, it looks like we're at the top of the hour. And, oh, Team Lurker, there we go, Gleaser. It's always fun. Lurk, and hang out in the background. So we are ready to go. We can just kind of see where we're sitting as a reminder. Now, from the last mission, we gained 283 credits, and this is kind of what my plan to use those credits. The one nice thing about the mission we had is it did give us credits, which is a good thing in a way, in addition to the couple soldiers, because I'm thinking if we're going to have 3 UFO missions in a matter of less than half a month, I'm leaning towards, even though it's full price, I'm leaning towards picking up an extra interceptor. I think they take a few days to get here once we pick them up, and I'm just going to do it. I'm going to feel a lot better knowing there's another interceptor on the way, and I'll pay the full 200. All the ones in the future, once we get our satellites up later this month, will be $50 cheaper, and then our maintenance, at least by the time we need to pay maintenance and play with maintenance, will be half, or I think it goes down to 20 or 30. I forget how much that reduces. I know the aircraft cost goes down to 150. So I can't remember if the maintenance cost goes down to 20 or 40, but we'll find that out soon enough. So I'm going to order a plane. You see, I'm going to order a plane. And I will then also need to do one other thing. I need a new pilot for that plane because I only have 4. I guess you could argue I could just rotate the 4 around, but no, there's situations where I just need the extra pilot. So we are going to hire a new pilot. Katanung and Vadlin, good to see you popping in. Yeah, somewhere in this world. So I'm going to hire a new pilot. And it costs $10 for a pilot. Monthly maintenance costs of 1 credit. So let's get our new pilot in. And you know what I'm going to do? They start in 20, and I can't assign them to an aircraft for 24 hours, and then there won't even be an available aircraft for 3 days. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to take a big or a quick little side trip. Let me go over here real quick and get it lined up. And this is what I've decided to do today is I'm going to, since I had it ready just in case, and I think everybody... Oh, it'll change. I realize what you're just asking, Aisha Tate. For the air game, it'll change once I get out of the hangar. Then it'll update the credits up in the corner. It doesn't change until after. So if I had tried to buy another airship, well, guess what? It wouldn't have let me because I didn't have enough money. So that's just a quirk of the game and how it works. But this is what I'm going to do, is I'm going to... since everybody here, I think in here, has a character of one sort or another, I'm actually, and I got it set up just in case this happened, I'm going to go to those who have requested a character in the Discord that can't always be on our live streams and give them a go. And I think if I go here, you all should be able to see what I am seeing, and that is a big Wheel of Fortune on the screen. And so those are the 5 names that submitted character requests, and that will I'll still keep those 5 names in there for when we get around to needing new characters, when everybody in the live stream has characters. And this is how I decided to do it. So let's go find out who will be our pilot's name. Obviously, a 6-pack will probably not be named today because these folks usually can't make it. I think like Grapevines in Australia, you know, they're just not always... I think Oust is in the U.S. and I can't remember. I don't want to put words in locations in people's names, but I think he's in the U.S., so he could be celebrating Memorial Day for all I know. But anyway, I am going to click the spin and see who wins our new pilot, and then at least I can let them know in the Discord that they need to name a pilot. And it looks like Grapevine is our first pilot. So we will let him know, or we'll see if he finds out on his own or whatever first, if he happens to watch this before I make a post in the Discord. But there we go. Grapevine is our pilot. So let me just make note here to remind me. Okay, and we're good to go. So let's keep on trucking, keep on moving, and get back to business here. All right, so let's back out of this, and as we go, yeah, I think we're out of the hangar. So if I were to go back to where it shows us money again, yeah, you can see now we're down to 73. And then there's one more thing I want to do. I want to go into engineering, build the facilities, and I think I could excavate here, I could excavate here. I'm not going to need a satellite uplink for a while. I need 10 more engineers before I can even dream about that. And I'm thinking I'm going to excavate the steam, because this amount of power that we have so far, it's only going to last so long. So at some point I'm going to need to save up 350 buckaroos to build this thing, but it'll be well worth it once I do, because I won't have to worry about power for a while. So you pay early, but it kind of frees up funds after once you bite the bullet and build a steam power unit, and then it opens up these two spaces without me even having to pay to dig. So I'm only going to spend the 20, because usually the next building I build is the officer training school, and it can go right there instead of up here. And then up here, eventually, when we need the containment, we'll dig that out for 10 and be in good shape. So I think that's all I got to do, at least 53 in reserve. That's kind of an emergency, and hopefully after missions I can sell stuff if I need to get another emergency flyer. And I'm just thinking of the worst. It may not happen that way. It may not happen that way, but you kind of got to plan for it. Hey, Archie, thanks for popping in and checking it out at least. Yeah, my Phoenix Point playlist, I'm slowly, and I emphasize on the slowly, putting out episodes on that, but my recording time has been slightly cut back, but we'll get that fixed. We'll get that fixed, and we'll get some regular output. In case you're caught up, if you're not caught up yet with the series, we will get it going more regular here soon. I've been promising that for a little bit too long for anybody to believe me, but it will get there. It will get there. My schedule's full. We got a lot, and then I get, yeah, with the remodeling going on around here and moving stuff from room to room, so this can get done, that can do. There's just little things that fill up my time. So anyway, I'm glad you could drop in, Archie. So there we go. I think we've done everything I wanted to get done here before we go out, and we see what's going on out and about, where we need to go to find our next mission. And here we go. Cross your fingers.
Contact detected.
Guess what? We found our first we found our first scout on the 18th of frickin' March. It took forever, but we finally got our first small scout. And now the big part, we got to shoot the sucker down. Yeah, we have to shoot the thing down. Now, actually, in my practice in the first month is aggressive, 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 aggressive. Oh yeah, he is in balance, but my first month for sure, and usually first couple months with hardly any exception, my fighters will be going in aggressive. But this UFO is coming at us balanced. Low means he's searching for our satellites. He needs to disappear and be shot down. So that's our job. That's what we're going to try and do. Yeah. I finally figured that out, Nightmare. But anyway, we got to scramble the interceptors. Now, since the mod I'm using for the air game is new, we're going to get a lot of pop-ups the first time through battles and whatnot. But we'll kind of read through those this first time, and then I'll eliminate them, so every time we have an air battle, we don't have to deal with those anymore. But since it's new for us, I figured, or I should say new for a lot of you, we'll kind of go through this. So we're going to select the ships that are going to intercept the UFO. Minimum size of the squadron depends on our ranks. Right now, the most we can send out to go after this UFO are two airships. So there are 3 small yellow buttons on a ship card. Each of them has a different purpose, and we'll see those over here. The attack style, whether it's balanced, defensive, or whatever, and that's what this just told us. And then once we click on the airships that we're going to take out, it'll tell us the chances to hit and some other information that we'll have. And then finally, yeah, we said that. So the aggro is a measure of the risk that the UFO will pick the ship as its targets. Since we're all going to be aggressive at the start, it's going to be random how it picks the ship as its targets, because we all carry the same weapons too. So there's nothing to differentiate us. It'll just be random which of the 2 ships the UFO targets, but it'll tell us what it's targeting. And so aggro is calculated in the first place as the chance for the UFO to hit the ship. It is further modified by the aggro modifier of the ship. You know, balanced won't have as good a chance to hit us as if it was aggressive. And then defensive has the hardest time hitting us. So high values of aggro indicate high risk of taking damage during the engagement. So it's worth mentioning that UFO will always target ships being at close distance first. So if you don't want someone to be shot at, you just don't get them up close. If you want to kind of have someone else take the damage. So there you've learned a little bit about it, and we'll see it in practice soon enough. And the meaning of tactics, the defensive tactics increases the chance to evade, but makes it and it can be a good choice against large or well-armed UFOs once we've upgraded our weapons, so it's not as critical to get the aim boosts. The aggressive tactic is what increases our damage potential at the cost of higher risk of getting hit ourselves. And guess what? Small UFOs like we're going against, first month, that's what we're doing. And the tactic also influences the pilot's behavior in combat. The starting distance and the tolerance of damage, which I've set up and I talked about in the very first episode of this live stream series. So receiving too much damage causes the pilot to move back, or if he receives enough, he'll just leave combat. Oh, I should have said don't show this again on the last one. So next time I see it, I'll click don't show this again. UFO also does the same thing, picking a tactic as we saw. Balanced, aggressive UFO is much more dangerous as far as us taking damage. So sometimes if they're aggressive, well, early game is we just got to duke it out, because we need these things to be shot down, because these missions where we down the scout is how we get our rookies promoted. And this is our rookie farming mission, is these downed UFO scouts. So the UFO acting defensively has lower damage potential against us, but it's also harder to shoot down. So there you go. That's it in a nutshell. And I'm just going to pick the first 2 that show up. We're taking out Trumpkin 777. And he'll be aggressive, and you can see aim early on without any promotions or that kind of thing is 50%. So it's 50-50 when we take shots as far as that goes. And same here without. And so we have equal aggro numbers, so it's, like I said, it's hit or miss as to who will be targeted. And let's hope we can take it down with these first 2 airships. There's no guarantee if I have to send out follow-up airships that we will... It will be in the air long enough for us to catch it. And then also, if we have to take out 2 more ships, it probably means these... we're taking damage, and that's not a good thing for us. So anyway, enough talk. I'm putting it off because there's a lot of RNG in these battles. There's a lot of RNG, and let's hope the RNG, at least for this first month, is on our side. Let's go. And I have slowed down the battle. I'm not playing at the fastest speed once we get into battle, because this is all new to me. And the one with the target symbol here is the one, the UFO. So Gleaser, you will be... Yeah, Gleaser is lurking. So Gleaser is going to be the one that this UFO is shooting at initially. We both have 5 avalanche missiles, and we have 12 rounds in our Vulcan cannons. And since we are Vulcan cannons only work when you're up close, and guess what? We're aggressive and up close. So all our weapons will be able to be used against this scout. Now, sometimes if we take enough damage, the game will automatically back off Gleaser, which then means Trumpkin will become the new target, and you'll see that target switch when that happens. And let's see, a fighter equipped with only short-range weapons, yeah, like the Vulcan, if it backs up out of close range, it won't be able to shoot. The avalanche missiles can be shot at any range, even up close. And then ships being at close range are top priority targets for the UFO. If few ships are at close range, aggro is the main factor determining which one gets chosen. But like I said, right now it's random because we're all the same. The ship staying at long distance cannot fire short-ranged weapons like the Vulcan cannon. And while changing distance during the move, the ship won't fire. And you'll see how that works if we have to change our distances. And I think this is all it needs to tell us, and we're going to get going. Oh, okay, I lied. So the ship that I have control of right now is this one that has the square around it. I don't have direct control of Trumpkin right now. My arrow buttons, my up and down arrow buttons will allow me to select an aircraft if I want to move it back, and then my left and right arrow buttons allow me to move it back or forward if I want it to be different than how it is. And then the abort button, you'll see my mouse, and this is normal Long War air game, works just the same. That's how we abort our mission if it's really going stinkingly bad. So here we go.
Closing on target. Nearing strike range.
Okay, he missed his first. We missed our first. We're hitting with the Vulcan cannon, and we're hardly doing crap damage. Come on, we need to hit with some of our avalanche missiles. This is not going well right off the bat, and he got away. This is not going well, folks. This is not how I wanted it to start. We've barely hurt the UFO. Now we have to cross our fingers that we can even catch it again, and there's a chance we don't even shoot it down and get our first mission. And that would be disastrous. That would be disastrous. Yeah, I'd say, 25, 30% damage is all we did. And we need to do better than that. We did not have a good first round. And one of our airships took significant damage. That'll probably be out, I think it was at least 2 hits. So that's at least 10 days that one of our airships will be out. If it was a third hit, it averages 5-ish days per hit that our airships take. Oh, yeah. So XP, you'll see how that gets handed out. We gained a little bit of XP because we did not shoot it down, but it'll show us XP in just a moment.
Lost.
16 XP for Gleaser. We got 16 XP, which is nothing. And Gleaser looks like he probably took 2 hits. His airship will be out for 10 days-ish. Could be 11, 12, It'll be out in that range. So let's see if we can get some more. That was not a great start. That was like a really crappy start. So let's hope we can hit. We didn't even get off all our avalanches, which is really bad. Yeah, let's get some joy. We need joy. Let's get our joysticks. Joyfully use our joysticks properly here. Okay, now let's get...
Contact detected.
Okay, and this one we already read, so now I can hit don't show this again. And we are going to take out the other 2. And we're going aggressive again. And we're going to hope that Antros and Kaiser, D. Kaiser, can do a little better than our first 2 attempts that went out. Cross your fingers. I'm going to need it this time. We need it. We don't need bad RNG any more. Oh, he better not. We better catch him. I was worried.
Approaching
Come on,
target
guys.
now.
Hit with the avalanche. I could care less about the Vulcan. Get the avalanche going. Come on, hit with the avalanche. That's the only thing that's going to bring him down, and we lost. Oh, wait, we shot him down. Someone finally hit. It wasn't Antros, but he gained 36 experience because at least he was part of the team that shot him down. And then Kaiser got the kill, 139 XP. So you can see the XP really pops up when you're talking in the training room that we have, getting a whooping, what, 25 XP after 20 days or something. This is the way you gain XP, ladies and gentlemen. This is the way you gain XP.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have
Oh,
a
I'm so
confirmed
happy.
kill on bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
All right, good job. You guys did not let RNG take this mission away from us. We get to send a Sky Ranger out, and I'm excited about that. We'll have enough soldiers for the mission because Van Doorn and Friendly are available, and then I'm taking out 4 rookies that I already pre-picked. I looked through my spreadsheets. We don't have to go there now. Just trust me. I looked through our spreadsheets and picked out the team I would want. This one I was able to, just in case, if we had an abduction, oh heaven forbid, Nick, instead of this, I wouldn't have had a team pre-picked and I would have to go through my spreadsheet live. But I did this ahead of time to try and save, thinking more than likely we would finally get our air game or our down scout going. So I picked the 4 rookies I want to have go along with Van Doorn and Freaky Friendly. Yeah, let's just pick them out. So this is our area of operations. Yeah, on downed scouts, these always don't provide you. It's very difficult for me to always remember which map is which with these little photos, especially because half these wilderness areas look the same. There's a couple I can remember what the map kind of looks like. I don't know if this is one of them. So anyway, this is the map because it got shot down where we have a satellite. And Van Doorn is going to start right here. Peter Van Doorn. And I'll tell you what I am going to be promoting him as. And we'll find out in just a sec. The game says make him a gunner or a rocketeer. Well, I've decided not to. The first 2 choices I picked for him, I was first of all was going to make him an assault. But there's something you have to know about Peter Van Doorn, the general, is, I think if I back out, you might be able to see it. Yeah, he comes with a built-in, that's one of his perks for getting this guy. He comes with Steadfast, which is huge. Van Doorn does not usually panic. It's very rare to see Van Doorn panic. However, what I've learned from other playthroughs that I had forgotten, so I'm glad I played some other. I have another playthrough that's a month or a month and a half ahead of this one that I kind of mess around with when I feel like playing. But I tried promoting Van Doorn to an assault once in the past, and guess what? The second at Lance Corporal, it's a choice for assaults, along with close combat and whatever the other one is. But it automatically picked Steadfast in that column and didn't let me pick a second item in that row, the close combat. And so I was stuck and disappointed because I wanted a Van Doorn to just pow with the close combat. So I am not making him an assault, and infantry would also run into the same problem. I checked out all the perks. So we're going to go with a class on him that does not have Steadfast as one of the choices. And I've decided to make him, I still want him to be a frontline kind of guy, especially with Steadfast. So we're going to make him a scout. Yeah, I thought it was rude of the game. I thought it should let me, in those instances, since he comes with the steadfast pre-pick, it should let me still pick a second one. But this is still a good pick for Van Doorn. It'll still work out for us, and I'm going to go with hollow targeting here. Damn good ground, just so situational depending on the map. And Lone Wolf, you could argue for if he's going to be a shooter, which based on his aim, and I forgot what he started with, 60, so I think he picked up 3 aim. No, I don't think he picked up any hit points on that promotion, and I think his will was it 32 to 34? I think it was around 32. So he picked up, got a nice will pickup. So I'm going to go with hollow targeting though. Even though I'm more than likely going to use him, he'll start with a shotgun, but eventually he'll be switching over to a marksman's rifle kind of a guy with hit and run. On my front lines, that's kind of how I envision Peter Van Doorn. And then Freaky Friendly over here. The game says, oh, make him an engineer or a medic. Well, heck no. I have better plans for him, and I always need more than my fair share, the way I use them, of gunners. And his stats are like middle of the road perfect for a gunner. So was it only 1 aim that he picked up? I was thinking it was 2. Now let's look. I forgot to before I hit the promotion. We're sitting at 4 hit points, 30 will, 65 aim. Let's see what we pick up with the freaky guy. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, he got 4 aim. He got 6 will. I think he was at 30, right? And he picked up 1 health. Nice roll for the freak, Mr. Freak. I always want to know the backstory of how he got the nickname Freaky, but I guess that's gonna have to wait for another time. So there's our starters. Now I have a list here of who I chose to take out as my rookies, so I'm gonna run down and take a look at that. Let's get them in here. We won't be, so in other words, we won't be naming anybody today. Sorry guys, we will not have any raffle for naming unless, well, yeah, there would be a chance if we got to another mission today. We'll see how it all depends. These missions can go fast or long depending on how sneaky the aliens want to hide themselves. I want to take and I'm glad these folks will eventually be renamed, but I want to take Ala de Toyinbo. And this person I'm planning to make, we don't have a Rocketeer yet, and he seemed to have good enough stats, and I like at least one of my Rocketeers to have high aim like this guy has. So I picked him as a potential Rocketeer. Then we're going to look for Eric McDonald. He's next on my list, and there he is. I've chosen him, and I like my assaults, and we only have 1. I like to get a couple going early, at least, if not more, because come our first terror mission next month, I like having a few with, close combat perks, and if we're lucky, even more. So Eric McDonald has, the only thing he doesn't have that's perfect is speed, but with run and gun, you double it anyway, it's good enough. It'll be good enough. Decent will for being a frontliner. The only thing is bad is defense. So we'll see how his health picks up, because, well, we'll see. We'll see. So Eric McDonald, we're bringing you out on this one. I kind of had Ian Cook as my next choice. And there's Ian. And with his stats, let's just take a quick look at him. New Zealander here, I have pegged as an infantry for when he gets promoted. Close to average will, average mobility, or just under. 5 health is decent. We have 69 aim, which is good for an infantry soldier, and only -1 on defense. So that's my plans for him once we get going. And then I'm gonna bring out Bangi, the Thulu. I think it's our second South African, if I recall. Yeah, I think that's South Africa's flag, right? And he has amazing aim, and she has amazing aim, and she is going to become a sniper. I figured wimpy health, so we're going to have to really take care of her on this mission. Less than ideal will. Maybe not ideal for a sniper, but can be overcome. But there's some amazing sniper aim right there, I'll tell you. I just couldn't pass it up. And a sniper who could be mobile to get into position, whether she has long rifle or marksman's rifle like I like to run early on. And the defense here helps make up for the lack of will if she panics. So we'll see how this goes. This is the rookie team I'm taking out. So as far as what I'm going to give them, I don't know. Let's go figure that out. Loadout wise, I would like to ideally have everybody have at least 6 health to get going. And for you with the long last name, I can't remember. Was I going to keep the vest on you? I can't remember. Well, let's take a look. I'm going to keep the assault rifle on you. I have some notes written down, and I think I'm going to go, because I always like to have at least one flashbang in the party, and I decided to give it to you. It's handy to have versus an outsider that we have to face at the end, and then we'll just give you a vest to kind of strengthen you up. And you know, I'm really not going to be all that worried about your speed, and I think I'd rather do that, have you with 7 hit points. So you'll be a little slower on the team, but you'll have some more survivability. I just got to get my first round of rookies out of here alive. And I think we can deal with a couple of them being slower than normal. Freaky friendly. I'm thinking, let's check your loadout. Fortunately, you have decent health. I'm still, however, gonna give you a vest. I am, since this is more of an open map, gonna give you the LMG though. So you won't be able to move and shoot at the same time, but you'll have some good, good range. It's basically, it's not quite squad sight. It's regular range plus 5 that you gain for your squad sight. And then, 7, I can keep you with the vest so you aren't too pokey. And I think I'll keep you with the med kit. Yeah, we'll go vest med kit with you. I'm gonna have I'll probably bring a couple med kits. I think I don't want to overload on med kits because it's only rookies who are unnamed. Just enough for Freaky Friendly or Van Doorn so they don't die. I do like medics, but I'll tell you, I something I didn't do with our first engineer and with Hope's End. I do like medics because they are usually what I make for officers. I love using medics for officers, and I tend to lean towards individuals with high will as my medics. I make other classes officers, but medics I like them as officers, so that's what I do. But I would like to not promote too many medics until I gain a satellite over, I think it's Canada. Because once I get them, yeah, I'm not going to necessarily, because once I get Canada, all my medics and engineers gain an extra 2 will upon promotion. So even if I had a medic here that gets promoted, I would not promote them to medic till after my 2 satellites are up. And I made that one mistake already with Hope's End's engineer. She could have had a couple more will to help her out, but I just forgot about it in the moment. You know, it happens. So that's why I tend to not push the medics early anyway, because, and you'll start seeing some medic candidates going out soon, probably on the next one. So now Hope's End's in here. Hey, you just found out I promoted you too quick, but I'm glad we did because we needed your grenades. But I cost you a couple will in the process. But anyway, let's keep going. McDonald, I was thinking maybe a smoke and a med kit. You can carry my second med kit, is what I'm thinking. Because look at this. You have good health, so let's do the smoke. Just in case we get into a tough spot with the sectoids, and a medkit. I said, you're carrying my second medkit. Now I have to decide, do I want you a little slower or a little faster? And I'm gonna go with the extra health and a little slower, even though I love speed. Hope then, I'm sorry. It's like once something gets in my... Right or wrong, once it gets in there, it takes it a while to get flushed out. So... One of these days, I will remember. I will get it right without fail. That's why I could never be a politician. I just say things without even thinking. It comes out wrong. So anyway, I'd get lambasted in the press is what would happen to me. So Van Doorn, let's see how I want to equip you. I'm thinking, let's go find out. I'm thinking a vest. I definitely want to keep you healthy. There it is. I went right past it. And then, yeah, we'll give you a motion tracker. You're a scout. We'll have at least one motion tracker, which hopefully will be enough for a down scout. I think we can have as low as 5 aliens, but more typical is 9 to 11 that I face on these. Hey, I'm glad you came in late, Trumpkin, because you weren't exactly stellar on your first air battle. So I just thought I'd let you know that. So you might want to go for some extra flight training next time we get to use you. Not to pick on you or anything. I'm sure you'll come around. But I don't think you were meant to be a pilot, Sophie. Yeah, you are. Yeah, just next time, take it off of autopilot, please, please, please. So that's how we're going to take out Van Doorn. And then who do we should only have a couple left after that. Yeah, Ian Cook. And these names of rookies we do not have to memorize. So, I'm going to have at least one high explosive grenade, just in case there's a log or something that we have a chance to decimate. And we're going to give you another vest for survivability. That gets you up to 7. And since you have this grenade, we'll keep this vest on, because you're still at 7. So you'll have the speed. So maybe you can run to position to best use that grenade for us if we're lucky. And you notice a lot of the soldiers we're bringing out today, rookie-wise, have some relatively decent aim. So that hopefully is another reason I went with these guys in these classes early on, because rookies with high aim aren't bad to deal with, aren't bad to play with. So finally, we have... I decided for Lithuli to go with smoke, just to have a couple different smoke opportunities. Sometimes that can save us. And you already have the vest, and you have the armor there. You only have 6 hit points, which is my bare minimum I would have liked, but that's why you're keeping on the armor. And but you come with, you still got decent speed because you're a speedster to begin with, and that's how we're gonna go out. I don't know right or wrong. I have 2 smokes, 1 HE grenade, well, 1 motion tracker. Sometimes I prefer going out with 2, but when you have a lot of rookies and you're trying to keep their health up, the vests take up a lot of slots, and I just won't get the luxury of 2 of those. And then the 1 flashbang that can help. Now, at least we have suppression, so the flashbang, if I wanted to, I could argue I don't need it since I have a suppressor. But I think we're okay. I think we got a decent mix here, and it makes sense to me. Now I just got to use it properly. So let's get down there. And let's see what kind of a start we get.
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
We're going
Yeah,
to be
we
putting
need
down in
everybody.
Mexico for this mission. It looks like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians in the area, I hope they stay clear.
Me too. Yeah, I somehow doubt we're going to run into any civilians.
Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike 1 is in position
All
to
right.
engage.
Why don't we...
Clear, Big Sky. We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
Okay, let's see if this helps me kind of recognize the terrain and which direction. Now, the aircraft or the downed UFO is like straight ahead. So we are not near any corner map edge. So I may kind of angle off to one side using the motion tracker on our first move. As far as cover, we have not a lot. Not a lot of good cover is what I should say. So actually, to be quite honest, I'm glad we have a couple smokes, because we could end up getting stuck in some weird situations on this map without the best of cover. That's for sure. So let's just start off with Van Doorn. Let's have him just start with the motion tracker. See if we're close to anything right off the bat. There's nothing worse than moving into the enemy on the first turn when you're all sitting here like this, you know, butt naked. So we'll just kind of move forward on the first move. And the question is, do I want to angle more to the left? I want to get a sense for how far over, how much space we have. We have a lot of space on the left versus how much space do I have. Okay, we're closer to this side, so that kind of settles it. I thought we were more central, but the aircraft's over here, so we're going to come over this way for starters and see if we can scout things out that way.
Closing on target.
And we're not seeing anything on this first move, so I think I'm going to take another full move. There's a chance, because of the way this works, you can usually safely move, it's either 4 or 5 spaces, because I think it's the sight range, it's my sight range plus another 5 spaces, 4 or 5 spaces that we can see out to. So if I was to only move 4 or 5, that would mean I wouldn't accidentally activate another pod. That's kind of how I'm aware that it works, and we have not seen any meld right away, and we shouldn't usually be able to see it in the fog of war. Every now and then on certain maps that you know have line of sight bugs or whatever, you can see the spinning container, but not so much on these maps so much. And there is the UFO right in front of us, right over there. So we're going to try to go to where there's a lot of space, clear it out of aliens so we don't get pincered. We pretty much know that they weren't going to be over here. So let's just go this way. Now they could potentially move up here to pincer us, but maybe they'll make noise doing that, and if that was to be the case, we'd hear them. So I'm going to just bring you up to this cover. So it's more, I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 6 spaces, but it's full cover. So if we do pull something, we're in good position.
Approaching target now.
But it's a very, very empty map. So what I can do is take people up to, if they could get that far, you know, 4 or 5 spaces beyond the general.
Already there.
So this should be safe. And we're going to start clearing this side of the map. Now, Freaky Friendly, I want to give you a position of cover. So if we start running into something, at least you can shoot or suppress from there. And then everybody else is just going to kind of move on up as quickly as we can. Now this may be okay cover. Let's give it a go.
Grace lining over here.
And I think we're going to be in good shape. So let's kind of change the angle. I'm more comfortable looking down this way. It's more what I'm used to. Yeah, we'll keep some of us on this side because we got cover, so we have potential for flanks should they activate. There's one of our slower guys, and this probably also Luthulu is a little speedier. So starting from the farthest distance away, she's able to get pretty far. And we'll get our first sound cues and meld cues on the second turn. The first turn we just hear sectoids, as you would expect. So I'm not going to use... guess what? I'm not going to use the motion tracker this turn. I mean, I want to save it. Now that we got at least our first move and we at least are going to be able to gain positions of cover, I'm kind of thinking I want to move forward without it.
Going for a single.
And have it available for when we and Freaky Friendly will always be the last one that I move. Have it available for if we activate.
Position confirmed.
And then I'll know on an activation, can I push up for a flank? I can pop the motion tracker and check to see if there's another pod nearby. That kind of use is kind of how I like to try and use it.
Affirmative.
Because there's only 3 charges, which means we only have 2 charges left. And just the way it goes.
I'm on the move.
Okay, so far, so good. And I think I'm going to push someone over here just to see what we see. Be a little aggressive there. Because I did not get a sense that those sectoid noises we heard were all that close. So what I'm thinking is, since moving forward feels okay, I'm going to get friendly up here so we can outstrip him next turn. And if we get into trouble, he can suppress, perhaps?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, all I heard was sectoid so far. But then again, you know, the drones don't exactly make a whole heck of a lot of noise either. So they do make some noises, but not a ton. I'm going to keep you up this way. I don't want to really push any further that way, expand our sight that way. I will, since we've double moved, I don't want to overextend beyond anybody at this point, but I want to get us as far forward as possible for when we hear our meld clue, just in case we are lucky
In motion.
to be close enough. Okay, sectoids over that way.
Did you hear something?
And we got absolutely no sign of meld early on. So we're not probably very near meld right at the moment, but we are in the neighborhood of some sectoids. And wouldn't it be nice? We have some okay cover depending on exactly where they are in this little area here. So we're going to move off in that direction to try and make use of it. Van Doorn. Let's start here, and then I'm going to bring you up to the tree. You won't be able to shoot, but it'll be good cover. And we're going to take a look. Oh, that's not Van Doorn. Who knows where I moved Van Doorn? Oh, yeah, right there? No. Which one's Van Doorn? There's Freaky Friendly. Oh, there he is. Peter Van Doorn. I did not give him a freaking shotgun. Oh. That's a big oversight. That's a big oversight. That's the second time I've done that with a scout. And that's terrible. I have no guaranteed kills against anybody. Well, I went through my list and I tried to check it off and make sure, thinking we were balanced, but the weapon I messed up on. I got Freaky Friday, or Freaky Friendly, the right LMG that I wanted, but I did not switch out Van Doorn, doggone it.
Sir.
So I, you know, maybe I don't want to push him now that I know he does not have that shotgun. Freaky Friendly, you're going to be the last one we move, so I'm going to bring you here. And it could be that they're on the other side of this rise here. And so we'll get in position next turn then to all take it. I guess I'm being a little wimpy.
Moving to designated position.
But better safe than sorry sometimes. And if we stay down low, and they are indeed on the other side of this rise, because it drops back down on the other side, we can aggressively move forward.
Already there. That's what we're looking for.
Oh, and we found some meld. We did not get an indicator of it. So, and the sectoids are probably camped out near the meld, to be quite honest. So, let's get our folks moving. Trump kidding. Yeah, I warned you. It wasn't pretty. I warned you. Now, unfortunately, I'm not gonna risk our lives for this meld, because right now they still only give us 5. But if we can take care of business quickly enough, I would be more than happy. Now, the next problem is Freaky Friendly, because of that large rise in cover. I won't be able to get him ready and able to shoot. I'm going to bring Van Doorn this way because I think we can, because this log covers view unless they're like right here.
Approaching target now.
And we're okay. Now my big question is, where do I bring Freaky Friendly? Because if we activate them and they're on the other side of the hill, which is most likely. And I don't like that path. So Freaky Friendly, if you came here, at least you wouldn't be able to shoot right away next turn. But yeah, that's what I was looking for. There's full cover for you here. But depending on how they scattered, I might not even want you to take it. But I think I'm going to at least bring Freaky Friendly here. So if the pods say right here and scatters this way, we can still get some use out of them this turn. And if they end up scattering towards the meld, then we have a spot for them. Either way. Yeah, and even this could be a potential spot for them. We'll see.
I'm on the move.
And I'm not going to push any farther forward. We're gonna do it together. Go up and over the hill next time. And we have some nice full cover here, and this will most definitely. And you also have smoke if I decide that's more important than shooting. But I like the full cover.
Headed there now. Enemies in
There
sight.
they are, and they're all scattering back towards the meld. So that's. We knew that was a possibility. So a lot of our best cover positions. What do we have that we can bring somebody over here? Potentially. Or I can just push everybody forward where we're going to potentially have shots, and I can use that smoke from you to cover us with smoke, because I could come here, I can come here and put a soldier here, cover us all in smoke, and then a lot of us will have positions to shoot these folks. And I'm feeling kind of good about that as a start.
Affirmative, Commander.
That's why I have a couple smokes on these down scouts, because these maps sometimes are not good with full cover, and we happen to get one of those that doesn't have an overabundance of full cover. So here we go. Yeah, nobody's gonna flank us, at least this turn.
Got it covered.
And it's gonna be quite a move if they try to flank Freaky Friendly too. So I'm thinking of bringing Freaky Friendly here. He'll be in line of sight for one of them. And he won't be able to. Too bad he can't. Well, with the saw, he may or may not have. Yeah, I'm happy with the weapon I gave him.
I'm on it, Commander.
We just happened to have our first action or activity be over a hill, so it made it awkward to use him. Now, the other thing, what do I want to do with Van Doorn? It kind of would be nice, especially since he has steadfast, to maybe work Van Doorn this way. So we potentially have some flanks available with him, and since he doesn't have a shotgun, I can shoot him at longer range. So I'm going to swing Van Doorn this way, he and his steadfast self.
Rubber's on the road and the kids are in the back seat.
And I will take some shots with you all. We're not going to be in grenade range so much unless they push forward more, and I definitely don't want to blow up the meld quite yet. So this is what we're going to do. You three will shoot. Just, they may not, yeah, they're all in full cover, so they won't even be good shots. But I don't want to discourage them from advancing, so I am not going to put us on Overwatch. I want them to move forward to some of these. Most of where they would move forward, other than the meld itself, is going to be half cover. I would like them to go into that half cover, so we're going to pop the smoke. Yeah, it's not going to reach as far as the freak over there, so let's just make sure we're solidly covered here. Yeah, with the smoke, I don't feel I need to hunker down. That's going to allow, that's why I'm using the smoke, to allow me to still take some pot shots and see if we get lucky. Let's test the luck capacity of these rookies. That's what I say. It's a 1 in 4 chance. And with 3 of us, maybe one of them can hit. And that looks close.
Missed the target.
And one of us did not hit. Oh well. So that was my thinking. Yeah, we could have played it totally safe, but with the smoke, kind of hoping. We have the cover we want, and I want them to move forward. That's why, yeah, there's one, except I have potential to flank him, though. Okay, they suppressed one, and he's going to move to try to flank. No, he went, they're all doing the meld hug. And we got our first panic. So they're probably going to be focusing on that individual that just hunkered, and isn't this one? Yeah, she's my weakest soldier on this mission right now. So they went after my individual I would like ideally to make into a sniper. What it does give me a chance to do is flank. It's only half cover, but it's a clear flank, and I could potentially break a little suppression here. Now I also have Freaky Friendly, who should be able to see somebody. Let's see, the only one he sees is way back there, unfortunately. And if I suppress here... Oh, that would have been a better spot for me to... So I have no interest in suppressing this guy, so Freaky Friendly, and I have no interest in trying to kill the guy at 24%. I'm going to bring us up just a little bit farther so I can have some guaranteed suppression coming up next turn. So that was, unfortunately, with their scatter that way, it kind of made the lines of sight that I needed from him not so great. And he has to hunker with that big old gun, but he'll be in use next time. So that's a little, that's one of the downfalls of the LMG. And normally on these, anywhere else we would have engaged on this map coming over here, practically, line of sight would not be an issue. This one hill, the one tiny little hill that we had, was an issue. So we're going to get this guy shot at
In motion.
and flanked. I was hoping I'd be able to suppress him so that if he tried to run, therefore, we'd take him out. But I need Van Doorn to hit him at 72%. He will also, in addition to that, be hollow targeted. And we broke the suppression. Unfortunately, we only hit for 3. That's like practically a minimum roll, I believe. But now that he's hollow targeted, we'll all have a slightly better chance at hitting to maybe do something to him. So let's give it a go with the remaining ones of us. We're still in smoke for the remainder of this turn, and they're shooting at us. There, we lowered their numbers. Good job. Good job. Who was that? Good job, Eric McDonald. Which means now we can... since we're in the smoke, I'm going to do one more round of pot shots. I can't very well throw the HE grenade over here. You know, I could try to... If it wasn't Meld that he was taking cover behind, that would have been my play. That's why I have an AT grenade, but we don't get the luxury of using it. So we're going to just do the pot shots again, hoping we can catch this guy. We'll have Freaky Friendly to help us out next time. Let's get lucky again. Pretty hard to ask for hits at 25%, but I'm doing it, and I don't want Overwatch yet one more time. Ooh, just don't hit the Meld, guys. Yeah, if we could somehow find a way... Ooh, he's suppressing Friendly, which is fine, because Friendly can still suppress from suppression. And good, he missed. So now I can move forward and hollow with Van Doorn. Friendly can suppress... Friendly does not provide hollow targeting yet. He's only a specialist. So I'll probably just have him suppress the suppressor, kind of a thing. More than likely. Because he's suppressed and his shot isn't worth a darn right now. This individual is still low will from panicking. In fact, doesn't have any actions left. She had a 2-turn panic. That's what sometimes happens when you have the mind melded sectoid that does the panic. You get a double panic because they're a little stronger and buffed up. And she got a 2-turn panic, so that's a little bit of a pain. But the smoke is now gone. So those of us in half cover, we may look at repositioning somehow here and there. I don't know that we'll be able to, but we'll check out everyone's movement to see if they can... Yeah, because we can't quite drop down there. Yeah, we just don't quite have the range on everybody. But Van Doorn, let's go get some hollow targeting and get you back into full cover.
Affirmative.
And if he had the shotgun and I was going to try running up to use a shotgun, I might have popped the motion tracker, you know, to make sure another pod wasn't near them, you know, that kind of thing. Would be nice to be able to start getting closer. This is not a wise move there. What I may try doing... I wonder, how far can you get? I was hoping... Could he make it to the tree? Could he make it to the tree? What I may start doing, although once again I could be activating another pod, doing that big wide sweeping maneuver. So I think we're more stuck being conservative and trying to move head on. Next turn with Van Doorn, I'll be able to get pretty dang close. Not quite a flank. Who's my speediest of you folks over here? Well, I can tell right here. So you're not. Okay, Ian Cook is probably the fastest one I have available. And I may just push him here. Also hoping, because 13 speed versus... Oh, he has 13 speed, so if he can't quite close from there, so we're not quite going to be able to flank next turn. But I will, what I'll do is I'll get ready for it. We'll have Freaky Friendly. Forget about the guy in the back behind the tree. Let him do what he's going to do. Freaky Friendly is going to suppress over here to try and keep him in place. That's the one. Just don't... There's a chance. That's why I hate when we have to fight around Meld. There's a chance anybody who shoots at this guy is going to hit the Meld and destroy our lovely, lovely Meld. But like we said, it's not the end of the world because there's only 5 Meld in there. Yeah, I think the panicked rookie had the fastest speed. I think you're right. I think these two have 13 and she had 14 or something like that. Although with her armor, she may not be any faster. I don't know. So let's get Ian down here.
Roger. Strike.
And we'll be a little safer because he's suppressed. And yeah, this guy can still see us though from back there, so that's also not ideal. So I guess with my other two here, I'm gonna have you take a shot, Eric McDonald, just to see if we get lucky. I'm gonna need my other rookie, and you will be okay. You'll have one shot left if I shoot you. I don't know if I want you to get down to your last shot coming up and then have to be right next to the guy and potentially reload. Therefore, I am gonna reload you. Do I want to get you anywhere? I'll tell you what, we'll bring you down here into full cover near Freaky, just in case we have the ability to get a flank over here by coming up here if they're not overwatching. So let's push you right here. Unfortunately, you won't be able to reload, but if you can get a flank, that's an important shot for you. And, well, what the heck? It's 30% instead of a whooping... You know, he's suppressed, so let's reload now so when we get close, we have all the ammo we need. We'll do that with both our guys.
Back online.
Okay, he's overwatching this time, but we got suppression, unless they both overwatch. And he failed. Freaky friendly. Monster. Monster! Now we got some moves that we can make. And what I can do is take away, I can suppress away the overwatch. There's job number one.
Suppressing target.
Yeah, it's an awkward situation, and it's taken a hell of a lot of time. And wouldn't it be a pain to finish this and then not be able to take out the meld? Wouldn't that just suck? Now, if we move here, it's probably a halfway decent shot against this guy. Yeah, I'm gonna run up, grab the meld just so we at least get it, and then take a shot. It'll be full cover, and then I can always bring Van Doorn here. No, I cannot, because I could bring Van Doorn this far. I could bring Van Doorn this far. It's still full cover, though. And it's not really closer than he is. So I might play a game putting him in half cover. So do I want... Van Doorn's gonna have the better aim. So maybe I need to have Van Doorn with his steadfast self be the one that takes point on this one. And takes the shot. Hey, Mac the Knife! Yeah, thanks for coming in live. We're taking a risk. A big risk right here. It does, however, after I choose the meld. No. I thought I clicked on the meld. You almost saw a weird misclick there.
I got no idea.
There we go.
What this thing
We got
is,
our Whippin' 5 meld. We're still in
it's no
full cover.
satellite.
Now, the only risk here... there is a risk. There's a risk that when I shoot this guy... there's a risk that I hit the meld and then I'm left with no cover. So, where, oh where, just in case that happens, okay, and she is back just in time. I can move her close enough to pop some smoke if the worst case of things happen. It's kind of what I'm thinking. So secure the meld, but isolate Peter and the sectoid. Well, I could now move Van Doorn away and make this maneuver next time, because a 60% shot isn't guaranteed, and I could lose. And this guy's still going to have to be there because he's... And then this time, and then after... Well, I still can't... How far can I move with Van Doorn? I would not be able to... Still wouldn't be able to flank that guy. Oh, wait. I'm looking at the wrong guy. I still would not be able to flank that guy. So I'm leaning towards, is a 60% shot worth it? Yeah, I'm going for it in the smoke. Oof. We got the meld. I don't have to do it. I don't have to do it. I could hunker right here. This guy's suppressed. It's probably still would be a good chance shot, but I think being hunkered would not allow him to crit me. And I think I might just do that. I'll bring my other guy over here and hunker.
Going for a single.
Because this guy I can't suppress. He can hit us and hurt us. So I'm gonna try the hunker. Or the other thing I could try is see if the HE grenade can get rid of some of this guy's cover. Can anybody else see him if I exposed his cover? Yeah, he would become visible. The thing is, a tree like that probably wouldn't get totally blown away. It'd probably end up in a stump and... But I'm tired of this position. I feel like I need to do something to get out of it. So... It's my only AT grenade. If I don't use it now, maybe I won't get another chance to use it. Let's blow it here. Did we get lucky? Okay, we got it down to half cover. So that is actually quite the improvement. That is a definite improvement. What I can then do, I can bring this rookie over here for a flank shot. And then, if I need to throw smoke, I could do it on this guy for chance. So let's see if we can. I got him set up for a flank shot. Nobody's on Overwatch except the one that is suppressed, so we can do this.
Good to go.
I'm liking the odds, even though they're not a guarantee. But let's do it. Come on, Aleta Toyinbo. There we go. That was beautiful. That was a thing of beauty. Therefore, I'm fine keeping Van Doorn here. Let's step out and take a 45% shot and get this guy holo targeted for everybody else. And maybe we can get lucky there. I can come down here since you're out of line of sight. And you have full health still, so thank goodness for that. The guy more than likely is going to run, so I got to try hitting him now while I got holo target working, to see if we can prevent him from running away. Oh, that was so close. Oh, that was so close. And do I have cover that I can get to closer? Nah. That would have improved the odds a slight bit. Oh, they're such a close shots. And he's going to run away. You just know he's going to run away. Oh? Now he's running away. A double run, moving away. Okay. All right, so we gotta kind of recover a little bit. Now I didn't hear any other chatter out there, but that was only a pod of 3, so there is another pod out there. Has anybody been hearing another sectoid pod? Maybe it's whatchamacallits that we'll be facing. So he double moved out of the way, so I can safely, for us this will be full cover. I can follow, because he can't be overwatching.
Approaching target now.
You have full ammo. Since I know he's not overwatching, I'm going to do this to try and get eyes on him, so we can kind of keep track of the dude. The only problem is... he seems to be alone. So I am going to do that to try and keep eyes on. So I only have one more motion tracker charge. I would like to save it for something more than a lone sectoid.
Affirmative. Moving out.
Oh my lord, if we only could have got a shot. Oh my goodness. If only. If only. So based on the motion tracker, I should be safe moving here to reload.
Ready to rock.
The assault rifle needs a reload also, so we better only... I'm just going to bring you here.
Roger.
Where we know it's safe. I don't want to activate a pod going wide. We'll reload you here.
Locked and loaded.
You need a reload.
Moving out.
In case the sectoid decides to go all kamikaze because he feels trapped, I'm still going to keep you in
Good
cover.
to go.
And unfortunately, Van Doorn, you can't see it. Well, I'm actually going to put you on Overwatch in case he does. We get lucky catching him. Freaky, well, we're going to bring you forward also. Actually, I'm going to bring you here because you might be able to see him next turn. We might be lucky enough, depending on how he scatters.
Yes, sir.
Come on. Another double move. We got this guy freaked out and frightened. There's another meld canister. Who knows if it's still going to be spinning by the time we get there because he double moved yet again. I'm going to try and pick up sight of him from here.
Orders confirmed. On the move.
And sight we have. Van Doorn, can you gain line of sight from here? Maybe from here. Let's try it. Yeah. Now let's see if I can get anybody else close enough. Not at all. Not at all. So let's just run, trying to get more of us closer so I have more options coming up to potentially hit the guy. He's just, we see him, but he's just out of range. I gotta be just a tad bit closer to be able to nail him down. I'm gonna bring Freaky Friendly here.
Running.
His first name is Glenn, by the way. It's just more fun to call him Freaky Friendly. And we wanna move aggressively with everybody else where we can. We don't have to worry about that position being flanked. And you need the motor big time.
On the move.
I'm just going to take the shot. You never know. 42% is high enough where I'm just going to use some of the ammo. The precious, precious bullets. And we got it! Van Doorn on our team. Woo! We got it done. Okay. Okay, I just heard there are more sectoids out there. So we now need to start positioning to take on them. The UFO is not very far away. I can see see it in the shadows right here. So we got to try figuring out. So I guess we'll try taking. There's some semi sort of full cover positions, a few in this general vicinity. And the first thing I want to do is only go so far and get everybody reloaded.
Moving out. We're eating tonight.
And you didn't need to be reloaded in, but that's... I definitely want Van Doorn reloaded. I have one more motion tracker left. Now the time to use it. I don't know how close they sounded. There's the other meld, by the way. So I'm going to move in this direction. Not pushing this way yet, because a lot of times they camp near meld.
Affirmative.
Because I would like to get some reloads. Because if we go against another full pod, Wouldn't it be nice to have all the ammo we could desire? We'll come right here and just overwatch in case they wander into us. Freaky. Freaky, freaky, freaky. So that you can cover our move towards the meld, why don't we bring you here?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We're not close enough to hear it, and it's far enough away. I mean, it feels like it's spinning kind of fast.
Moving to designated position.
I'm kind of expecting that we could run into a pod, so let me get everybody over here when we go for the meld. And it may just go this turn. We'll see.
Got it covered.
What was that sound?
Okay. That was a sectoid noise this way. So if we swing around to get to the meld, unless they move into us this turn, we might be okay. Oh, now I hear it. I'm just a terrible judge of this sound. I probably should get a mod that tells me or exaggerates the sound so I know better. I'm gonna come wide here.
Headed there now.
And the sound we heard of the sectoids, by the way, was like over in this direction. You know, anywhere from where we didn't have line of sight back in that direction. The sound cue usually comes from where they started. So there's a chance they could have moved this way. There is a chance. But what I'm going to do, well, we have... That log is potentially going to help us block any line of sight. I'm going to take a chance to get close enough. I need to be how much closer? Let's kind of figure this out. So if it doesn't die on us, I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I move 1, 2, 3, if I move to here, I should be able to pick up the meld next turn, and that minimizes our risk a little.
Heading there now.
Okay. So now, once again, we have the same problem with our man Friendly. I'm gonna once again, so we're gonna slide some of us around for support in case that pod walks into us. I'm thinking Friendly can go. Yeah, he's not gonna have he's gonna have that same line of sight problem. I want to bring him at least here, but that could be just close enough to activate him. So it's gonna have to happen next turn. So in the meantime, Friendly, let's move you down here
I'm on it, Commander.
and reload.
It's killing time.
Every activation wants to be around a hill, doesn't it? It's a wide open map, but I seem to be activating near the hills. So I have full cover here. So I'll keep a couple folks over on this side. And we're going to bring you down this way.
Wilco. Roger.
And then wait till next turn before we actually do something. Van Doorn and his steadfast self can come over this way.
Eyes on the target.
Moving to Overwatch.
And they're not active, so they can't hit you if you're standing in the open. Okay, now let's get the meld canister. This was not a sound cue turn. We last knew them down here. Let's see if I collect the meld from here.
That's affirmative.
And we don't see him. We lost. Now this meld we lost. I'm amazed we were able to get 2 meld. That's huge for us right now. That's huge for us. So what I'm gonna then do is Freaky Friendly. Since, well, we don't know exactly where they are. So we don't know exactly where the best location is going to be for for Freaky Friendly's Overwatch. But the last we knew, they were down over this way. So let's bring a friendly right here.
Heading out.
Yeah, we just got to play position now. There's no way to get any more melds, so we got to be position players now. And try to play our game that way. I'll bring you up here.
I'm on it, Commander.
I'm only going to bring Van Doorn here, just in case that's too far forward. And I'll bring your support here also there.
Heading to that location.
Okay.
On Overwatch.
Now we'll get another sound cue on where these folks might be. And we can make our next choice.
Overwatch,
On
aye,
Overwatch.
Got it covered.
Oh, they're like
The hell was that?
they're like inside. They're playing around at the edge of the UFO. Oh, they're outside the UFO. So they're more right there. Okay. I can deal with that. So I'm kind of thinking Freaky Friendly. Let's push you a little closer to full cover, like here.
10-4.
And that doesn't quite give us vision. Let's start inching forward. We aren't too close, I don't think, to activate an outsider. So as long as we don't get moving that way too much, I'm not too worried about activating that way.
Affirmative.
affirmative.
I'm gonna come here.
Moving out.
And then I'm kind of leaning towards bringing these two with the steadfast Van Doorn around this way, depending on how we activate.
Affirmative.
Maybe we can get lucky with a flank or two when that happens.
Stepping off.
We have eyes on the target.
I'm on it.
Roger. I've got my eyes on.
There they are.
Go time.
Pot of 3.
Damn it, missed the target.
So that's 6 that we've found. There's a chance. That's all there is. But more typically, I'm used to seeing, you know... No, it's only a fighter that can go down to 5. I think a scout, I guess I can always go over and check real quick, but I think a scout... In fact, I'm sorry, but I'm going to check real quick because it'll make a difference on how aggressive or careful I have to do this fight. So let me go over to the wiki real quick. And on one of those pages, I want to look at UFOs. And there we are. A scout. No, it can be as few as 5. So I've only had indications, and let me know if you guys think you've been hearing differently. It can go up to 11. Like I said, I'm used to seeing more like 9 to 11. Maybe I'm not thinking about the first month. So it could very well be that this is all we're going to see, is these 2 pods, because that's 6 aliens. That satisfies that. Then we have the outsider beyond that. So this might be it. So with that in mind, let's get back over here. And why don't I just go to the next soldier to make it quick? There we go. Now, here's something new. We can suppress with friendly right off the bat. And I might be able to already, if we're lucky, depends on how far they can move. Well, guess what? We're not quite lucky. We're not quite lucky. So this is what I'm going to do. I am going to suppress this guy, but I'm going to run my rookie over here to have him flanked, so he's going to feel the need to run the suppression. We've tried this maneuver before, and I'm feeling confident that there's not another pod I have to worry about, because we've only really heard a couple different sectoid pod noises. So, I want to flank them like this and get suppression going with friendly. And then beyond that, we will probably take pot shots against this guy, who we might even also, because I'm far enough away from here, I might have the space to flank him even. Oh, except there's a ramp there. So we might be able to take care of everybody if... there's a rock there. Why couldn't that be flat ground instead of a rock? I wish I could stand on the rock behind the log. It wouldn't give me a step out, though. So I cannot flank. Doggone it, I cannot flank. I'm still going to take this full cover.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Now we see all of the aliens. Oh, they're just huddled. Now is when I want that HE grenade, but I only brought one. Oh, so that means I would flank two of them. So maybe our better move will be setting a bunch of Overwatch and trying to play that way. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get a flank. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna force a flank on those guys and see if I can get them running.
Already there.
Okay. And then, who do I see from here? Well, it really doesn't matter who I see, and I feel like I want to just get myself closer, just so I can, even though it's only half cover, I want to be on Overwatch against these guys moving out of cover, because we got them flanked. So I am going to bring Peter Van Doorn here.
Closing on target.
And I'm going to play the Overwatch game against these freaked out sectoids that decided to move away the way they decided to move away. Now, do you see a couple. You see that guy and that guy. They're probably at the fringes of your vision. That's the only problem with them. And if I bring you here, well, you can still see the other two. So I'm actually going to be aggressive on the Overwatch with Bongi Luthuli over this way. Remember, the only one I have to worry about shooting at me is the one that's injured. Because the other two should be busy running. I may take a 42%. I don't know. That may be better than what my Overwatch is going to be. But we'll see. Let's do suppression. And eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Pick whichever one. You know what? I'm going to pick the other one if I can see them. Yeah, that one. Because less of us have Overwatch shots on that one. And the other guy should also run. And then the Overwatch can maybe take care of that. I'm going to count on Freaky Friendly taking care of this one.
Aye, aye. Commander.
The one thing you'll notice, a Nightmare, she does need a kill, but on a scout, you don't need a kill to get promoted. As long as nobody dies, and so far, knock wood, that hasn't happened. Just the fact that you're facing an outsider gives you a little extra bonus, where just being on the mission gets you a promotion. That's the nice thing about these down scouts and rookies. So as long as we don't lose anybody, we're in good shape. Now I got one more. I got to try and figure out for Overwatch, and so I may just come right here. We're pushing the range of Overwatch, so I may not get an Overwatch shot off, but let's at least come here. Ooh, these ones at 39% and all this and that. It's hard not to just take the shot now. He's in half cover from some of us. You're going to give me the best Overwatch percent. So I'm going to let the two closest ones Overwatch, and I'm going to take a pot shot with the two of us that are farther away. We hit. That was good. That was good, 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 good. And then you can take a pot shot at 40%. This is where you wish you had infantry with executioner to get the extra bump that gives, but oh well. I shouldn't complain. It's rookie time. It's March. Okay, here is where I'm just going to overwatch you two.
Get some.
And see if we can take out the ones that are going to run.
We have eyes on the target.
We got that one. Friendly did his job. Friendly did his job. Now here's the one we have. Oh, maybe the other guy will run. Oh, what a waste of a buff, if that's what that is. There, now we have some Overwatch here. Now I noticed some frame drops on that one, but now my numbers on the other screen look fine. So we got him. We got him. We got him. Now we just have to lock down the guy in full cover. And Freaky will do that, so we can be a little more crazy and aggressive moving towards him. And we have plenty of... Well, we don't have suppression? You don't see him for suppression? Oh, because he's in the way now. Well, we can fix that. You saw him before. Mr. Cook, he's not on Overwatch now. Let's start moving ourselves closer. And I feel like with this door closed on the UFO, I can work on trying to get closer. I'll just push forward. Well, kind of need to reload too. But all you need is, it's one alien. All you're going to need is one shot. I'm pushing forward. Let's go.
Copy, Commander.
And we might be able to flank with you if I don't mind not giving you any cover. That's the only problem. Because I could probably... Unless he's like really far forward here. I just can't get there far. So what I'm gonna do, maybe I can bring you this far. It's still cover with that guy. He's gonna be suppressed, so he's not gonna be inclined to move. It'll start getting us closer.
On the move.
And then maybe I can get over here. And it's gonna be hard pressed to find cover, let's face it. You just aren't, my guys just aren't speedy enough. Let's do the suppression. We got the shot back. I took out the step out by moving the guy there after he started suppressing. And then let's get this going. I'm kind of feeling like let's get close to a flank. With him suppressed, we can do that easy. Let's run over here so next turn we can flank. Keep them locked up so next turn we can do the business.
Double time.
And Van Doorn, I'll have you get in position to provide the holo targeting for our rookie flankers. And that's how we'll play it. And 25%, what the heck.
Negative damage.
Okay. Let's see what we got. This is our turn. All we got to do is suppress to get rid of the Overwatch. That was a smart move, about the only smart thing that guy could have done. But, you know, that's why we have Freaky Friendly along. To get rid of it. And this sectoid is now gone. Ian Cook, you need a promotion. I'm gonna give it to you.
On my way. It's gone. My weapon's spent, Commander.
There we go. So let's reload with everybody else. I'm thinking it really does sound like we only have the outsider left. So fortunately, the sectoids didn't run through this door, so it's still intact for us. So we'll start pulling everybody back and seeing about going for that. Let's just reload on the way.
Target now. Bangs out.
And we'll do a good old-fashioned UFO door breach and take care of... Oh, no! You heard it! You all heard it! We're not done! We're not done! There's more sectoids out there, and we need to find them. So let's not be silly and rash. Let's get ourselves reloaded. Ooh, baby, I'm glad they didn't... We're lucky they were quite separated. Because right now we have 6. So that would bring it up to 9, which is what I'm more normally used to on these missions, like 9 to 11. You can get less than that, as I showed you, but
Let's do this.
it's not quite as common for me. So we'll overwatch in case they move up on us. And we'll kind of close ranks a little here,
Roger that.
so we're not too spread out.
I'm on it. We have eyes on the target.
See if we get a sound cue.
The bloody hell was that?
So they are in the UFO. They are in the UFO. So maybe we hang out on the perimeter of the UFO. And there is some potential flanking cover if that's where they are. The only thing we have to worry about is you know who. And so what I'm going to try and do, since I only have 1 charge left on the motion tracker, I'm going to take Van Doorn over towards this front door.
Confirmed coordinates.
Yes, I am dashing. That was a risk. But I'm thinking if I get up near here, I'll potentially see where they are, and then I'll also be able to identify where the outsider is. So we'll know how much we can maneuver for that last alien, and we'll play it that way.
I'm moving.
And everybody else can just... We know they're over in this general direction ahead of us. We'll just kind of get lined up ready over in this general direction.
On the move.
And especially Freaky friendly. How far can you move? Well, Freaky, you're just running as far as you can. He's got full bullets, so we're fine there.
Scanning.
Moving. I'm on it.
Okay. So yeah, I know it's a pain, but at least if I can get a good sense of where the outsider is, and I'm just gonna move straight ahead here, because if they're off this side, they shouldn't see me.
Sir,
To withstand an impact like that, at such a velocity, the materials used in that vessel's hull must be at least an order of magnitude beyond any element we know of.
Okay, this should tell me where. Okay, so this it seems to indicate, well, unless there's one more off-site, it seems to indicate 2 sectoids hanging out by the outsider, and the outsider is you know, somewhere in here. So we really cannot play risky over on this side of the airship, and you know, potentially even coming here poses a risk of activation. I'm bringing you back here. So we gotta be mighty careful with these sectoids.
I'm all over it.
Now, if yeah, the sectoids just make it tough to activate them all, and we have to hope. I hope they're moving, or I'm just gonna have to do a door breach, hope the outsider charges us, and then deal with the sectoids after that. That's not ideal. Yeah, when is this game ever ideal? Right? When is this game ever ideal? I'm gonna sit here for a turn, try to listen to it. I don't get a sense that they're moving. That's the other. Oh, I'm thinking a bad word. That's the other problem.
Eyes peeled, Commander.
I'm just gonna hang out for a turn so I can try to get a sense.
hello? Who's out there?
Yeah, that's just the out. Yeah, I'm just getting a sense that they're not moving. I'm gonna take a couple turns to just hover
On Overwatch.
We have eyes on the target.
Roger. I got my eyes on.
Field, Commander.
and see if we get any sense of the sectoids moving. Yeah, if I would love to get a sectoid cue just to the left or to the right, just so I know they're moving. That would just make me so happy. And that's what I'm hoping for. So we're just gonna camp for a couple turns.
Roger that. Scanning.
Because even I only have so much patience.
Hello? Who's out there?
No sound cue, that was the outsider. It means the outsider's closer. Maybe I gotta send one person wide.
Checking.
To see if we can get... Because otherwise we're only gonna pick up that outsider because he was closest to begin with. We want to see if we can finagle ourselves a little closer. Well, there's some decent cover, weird angles and whatnot versus the outsider. I'm gonna come over here.
Heading out.
I was a little riskier than I needed to be on a yellow move.
Move into position.
I'm gonna keep Freaky there.
I'm moving.
And I'll keep a couple available to potentially use the door full cover depending on how we sense they're going.
Roger. I'm on. I've got my
We have
eye.
eyes on the target.
I'm on it.
We're hearing them. I'm just getting I'm not hearing footsteps. You know what I mean? Usually if they're mobile, you're going to hear footsteps. This is where I'm really gonna miss not having the shotgun on Van Doorn. This battle, this last piece of the battle, is where I'm gonna miss not having Van Doorn with his tools. I'm gonna come here, and I'm gonna come
Heading
here.
there now. I'm on it.
Moving to Overwatch. That.
We have eyes on the target.
Yeah, sure does not feel like those dang sectoids are
out
moving.
there?
Oh, they're moving! They're moving! Okay, good. Oh, baby, that's so nice to see. I'm telling you. What I think my best play right now is let's have them run to us. Let's take some... Now the problem is though, if I have them running to us, they've got a few good positions to go to, that being one of them right along there. So if I'm gonna pull back, because if I only pull Lithulu here, who is not my strongest soldier by one tick, he has 6 where most everybody else has 7 at least. They're gonna pick on her, even though there's only 2 of them. So I think I gotta pull. I want to try and pull them farther away from the you know who, the big boy back in there. So I'm gonna try and draw them to us and away from the outsider, because I don't want to accidentally activate the outsider. So I've done it before, and I would prefer not to do it again.
Yes, sir.
And Van Doorn, you potentially have the ability to flank this area from where you are. I'm going to keep you there. So some of us I will keep here for over. No, I really don't. I think if I was that close to doing this, and that might have seen the outsider. So I'm just a little bit limited on what I want to be able to do.
Overwatch. Aye, aye.
We have eyes on the target.
And we're just gonna have to see how they maneuver. That would give Freaky Friday pretty decent potential cover or
Heading out.
suppression angles. So we'll try it with a few blind spots, but not too many. And I can't pull you back to full cover. I'm just gonna hunker you rather than keep you on Overwatch. There we go. Miss.
I'll get him next time.
Miss.
No
And
joy
we're just
here.
missing. Much nicer. Oh, and he only took half. He had full cover to the left of him, full cover to the right of him, and the little tiny sectoid said, "Work, work, work, work. I don't need it." Oh, but I don't have that. Unless when I move him over here. Let's see if I can get a line on that sectoid. Oh, and I'm going to have to go up to see it. Yeah, it says I would see the sectoid from here. And we haven't seen the second one push up. I'm gonna go here for one shot.
Headed there now.
We have another shot there. And we have another shot here, which would have been better if I just kept you where you were. I have another shot here. Let's see, is it better than 42 moving you over? No, it didn't make a difference. We didn't move far enough. So I have a bunch of random shots. Do I have Van Doorn that can give me hollow? Yes, he can. So Van Doorn will give me hollow. I'm not even going to shoot Freaky Friendly. We'll figure out where I want to move him for next time. So let's do some hollow. And, you know, maybe even have a little worse than a coin flip to hit. And we hit. And hitting hollow. I love a hitting hollow. And then... Yeah, in fact, if I'm going to have somebody shoot next, it's going to be Bongo Banji. Got it. All my rookies officially, they got a real kill. So this is no fake promotion just for showing up. It's not a special award for just showing up. We actually earned our promotions with our rookies. So I'm gonna come right here.
Heading out.
We'll overwatch against the next arrival.
Roger that. Scanning.
And overwatch. I'm gonna move you here. You can at least get an overwatch from there, perhaps.
Roger that. Scanning.
And Mr. Friendly. We don't know where they're gonna come from, what the right angle is gonna be. I can move you here for a second, and then all of a sudden it's the wrong angle, and I should have kept you there. But let's move here. And here he comes. Oh, Overwatch is sometimes painful to watch. They're decent chances. There we go. We got a hit. We got a hit. Is he gonna freak out now? He's gonna... No, he's gonna try shooting us.
It's raining death
Okay. Well, we can return the favor. Especially, we're gonna return the favor because we can hollow. So let's just hollow, since I'm not looking to kill with you anyway right now, Peter Van Doorn. Let's just get the hollow on with the pistol. That guy is hollow targeted. It always feels so weird. And Freaky Friendly, since I'm feeling like we don't need to suppress him, let's give you a chance for a kill. It's sometimes hard to work kills for our gunners. Let's just give him a chance at a kill here. Yeah. Freaky wanted that one. Freaky wanted that one. Now every soldier got at least one kill on this mission. Now I get to go back and do the front door thing that I was hoping to do last time. So, actually, you already moved. So let's start rotating everybody towards the front door and reloading on the way where necessary. Because now we'll get to do the good old-fashioned breach, and by doing it this way, we're going to do it. It's usually pretty reliably safe, as you will see how we do this, or how we work it. And, you know, how lots of people work these things. It's not like this is unique to me, this kind of a breach, that's for sure. People have been doing this for how long has it been? This mod's been around, what, 9-10 years now, somewhere in that neighborhood. Let's reload.
To engage.
So there's plenty of people out there that have done the infamous front door breach. And I just want to make sure I not cut the corner here and activate them prematurely here.
Heading to that location. Got it covered.
Yeah, we want to get you up here and reload.
Closing on target.
Your main gun, I could care less about your pistol right now.
Weapons hot.
And now, friendly, we should be fine with you. I just want to make sure you run wide. That's why I'm doing a lot, rather than yellow moves. Unlike XCom 2, you don't have control. You can't do waypoints, so it's sometimes safer just to do blue move at a time so you can control where they're moving. And it looks like we're pretty well reloaded now, so now it's just getting up to the main door. Hopefully we can all reach next turn. Yeah, he's not far.
Hello?
He's pretty close by right there. Hello? Who's out there? Now, can you, Freaky? Ooh, that's kind of a wide run. I hope you can make it by running this way. Oh, actually, I want Freaky, if he's over on this side, I want Freaky Friendly here, because you'll have a more likely angle to be able to suppress when we need it.
Yes, Commander.
And then I got to see who has the flashbangs. Probably won't need the smoke. I have one flashbang. So I want to bring you over on this side.
Heading out.
So you'll be potentially as close as possible to be able to throw it.
In motion.
And you want to be very careful not to left click in front of these doors, because those doors have been accidentally opened by many a person. And I include myself in that many.
I'm on it, Commander.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's one more. There we go.
Heading for that location.
And then, next turn, because Friendly will be ready to shoot and join us, let's just all Overwatch and get it going. And here we go. Our first outsider of the series.
Our readings can't be right.
Okay, he's running towards us, which is acceptable. Freaky Friendly, I have to move somebody out of the way, whoever's in front of Friendly right now, because we want to make sure, we want to ensure. Now, the one thing I don't want to do is put anybody here so that he's flanked. The minute I flank him, he's going to want to move. As long as I'm able to suppress and not flank him, I can get everybody in position to be able to run up next turn.
Approaching target now.
Okay. Van Doorn, you're good. Now, Freaky. Let's see if you can get your freak on. We're now going to suppress and lock him in place. And just to make this even safer, that's where the flashbang comes in and lowers his percent to hit even more. Now all I got to do is really flank him, so we can come right here. No, I might as well take full cover, eh?
Heading to that location.
I'm not flanking him from here. Let's throw the flashbang. Okay. And then let's take up our positions. Those of us who are remaining. And if we all go here, we'll be able to get our flank shots, and then it'll just be eeny, meeny, miny, moo. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. There's no cows. And see who gets the kill. And I may lean towards Van Doorn, just because the others have their kills and their promotions. And Van Doorn's, to get his next level promotion, is going to take more than just 2 kills. I may try to set it up so Van Doorn gets the kill. Easier said than done. I'm just going to overwatch us.
We have Eyes on the target.
You know, why take his 30 and 20% shots when we got him next turn? He tried to break the suppression. I missed the pop-up, but it was probably like a 1% shot at best, being flashbanged and all. And then we just move everybody over here.
Good to go.
This is where a shotgun guarantees it. But we just move everybody over here,
I'm rolling.
and we all just take turns. Bang, bang, ba-bang, bang, bang. And this guy is no more. Van Doorn, I want you in on the party.
Sir.
I think I'm going to take, we'll take one shot and see how well it does. And just so you don't feel left out, Ian, let's bring you up here.
Roger that.
Okay. Let's give Friendly a shot. Just to say, we gave him a chance for a kill. Yeah, about what I expected. And then who'd we pop to next? Ian Cook, you already have a kill, but let's have you do this. Weaken him down. Okay. I'm counting on Van Doorn to get this kill. We're spoon feeding this to Van Doorn and see if he can get the kill right now. No, Van Doorn just didn't want it enough. So the long-named soldier, we'll see if he can pull it off.
Another day,
Okay.
another successful operation.
Good job, team. Our roundabout path across the map kind of made what usually isn't as long a mission last a lot longer than it should have, but...
An exemplary performance. Let's hope all of these operations go as smoothly as this one did.
Okay, so lots of promotions. We're not going to promote to specialists right now. Good job. Van Doorn did what we expected him to do, and that was take out a bunch of rookies and be successful. So there we go. So we got 8 corpses, 3 Illyrium, 9 alien alloys, 9 weapon fragments. There's more importantly 12 meld. Except the flight computers and power source as is more usual this to have them all damaged, but we get to sell them. So let's visit the gray market. Let's sell. Sell. And we're sitting at 113. So if I feel it's necessary, before... Yeah, it's nice to have 20 meld right now. It's nice to have 20 meld. So, because I don't really push for it the first month, because I don't like risking soldiers' health for 5 meld. When it starts getting up over 10, and it gets hard not to risk soldiers to get some of that meld, because at 4 credits a piece, that can give you a lot of money. And eventually we need the meld too. So let's visit the gray market. Oh, I sold it already. Doy. But if I needed to sell anything, probably early game you can get away with selling more Illyrium than anything.
I don't know what's going on down there. Check with maintenance.
But the last thing I'm going to check before we wrap this up is I feel like I need to take a peek into the hangar. And that's a little scary. Okay, it's a lot scary. Because right now these 2 airships are red, which means I can't even take them out in damaged fashion, which is something we are able to do in this game. If they get repaired enough, they'll have crappy stats, but you can still take them out before they're 100%, which is another kind of fun thing about this mod. I kind of feel like I need to order another interceptor for the next air game battle. But I guess I'm going to ponder that between episodes since we're at the time limit. You all can feel free in the Discord to let me know what you think. Do I need to sell off my Illyrium so I can get up to 200? Pay another full price for another interceptor? It won't be here for 3 days, but we still got how much time? And now that we've done air game, we now, by shooting down our first UFO, our threat, we are providing threat to the aliens now. Our first threat level that we are giving them right there. So that's kind of depending on what kind of UFO is shot down. Most of them early game are all worth 1, and then the larger UFOs have higher threat levels. Okay, so that's kind of where we're at, and that's what we have to think about coming up. As far as, let me just do a quick run over to the spreadsheet, and we'll take a look over there. And where am I? Here we are. So we did our first scout. So we defeated a scout. I can mark that off. And then down here, I have to mark scouts off twice. We actually had a successful mission against them, because sometimes you can shoot them down but fail the mission. It's possible, but embarrassing if that would happen, but it's possible. So we had a successful mission against the scout also. So we got both of those. So we have 2 scouts to expect this month. I don't think the final harvest has taken place, but usually we don't see when that happens anyway. And we have 1 or 2 abductions left. And remember, we are sitting on, I don't remember what day it is. March 18th is where we're sitting. I just looked. So, the new month starts. So I would ideally I would like ideally I would like them to arrive, 28 days. Every 28 days is when the aliens evolve up or go up. So I would like all the air games and abductions in an ideal world to come in before the 28th of this month. So that's kind of where we're sitting. Give you guys an overview before we cut on out of here. And if you have any other questions, let me know here in the comments before we shut her down, or let me know in the Discord. Always happy to talk Long War in the Discord. We have a theory crafting channel for it. There's, if you want to specifically talk about the stream, we have the live stream channel where you can talk about it. But if you want to just talk strategy and this and that and how to build a soldier, your soldier even, all that stuff, we got a couple channels where it's appropriate to do that in the Discord if you need more Long War like I often do. And so for the rest of the week, we got Baldur's Gate tomorrow. We got back here to Long War on Wednesday, Lamplighters Thursday, and Saturday is one more shot of Baldur's Gate. So I appreciate everybody joining us up. All the comments that you guys made. It keeps me enjoying this. It's fun sharing live. I've learned to really enjoy and love these live streams because I love the instant feedback that you guys are able to give, and it's really, really cool. So thank you, everybody. Yeah, Felipe, Katzenungen, Mac the Knife, Trumpkin, Nightmare, and everybody else that commented along the way. Oh yeah, Unknown Soldier dropped in. I don't think I ever said hello. So I'm sorry, that must have been in the heat of battle, and I just missed you on that one. So thank you, everybody who dropped in. Hope's End was in earlier. Eyes Shut Tight was here. If you're both still here, thank you. And Gleaser was the resident lurker. So and then we had Archie Villadolid, don't ask me to pronounce names. Come on, Archie. Thanks for you dropping in earlier also. So I appreciate it, all of you that were able to come in and let yourselves be known, and anybody else who just kind of hovered in the background. Thank you too. If you can do me a favor, if you're only going to hover and not comment, just hit that like button real quick for me, and we'll call it even. How about that? That's a nice trade-off, if you want my opinion. All right, everybody, this is Zigzag Zog signing off from somewhere in this world. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I do hope to see you next time, whether you're the Long War fan, a Baldur's Gate fan, Lamplighters fan, or Nightmare, who's always on everything. Ciao, everybody.